Everyone, welcome to Barca News and welcome to another watch along. Today we are watching Barcelona versus Real Oviedo. And I'm sorry, I'm starting super late. In fact, this is the ninth minute of the first half, but it's been absolutely crazy. As you know, I'm currently out of the country, I'm currently on a work trip in Argentina. So I just had a moment to finally step away from everything that I was doing and start the watch along. But here we are. It's still Barcelona 0, Real Oviedo 0. They're playing at the Spotify Camp Nou, the ninth minute. It's a free kick by Real Oviedo that just got ruled offsides. So no danger there. By the way, yesterday I was not able to make any videos. I apologize about that as well. I had an incredibly hectic day. I was out all day pretty much from the moment I woke up until the moment I went to sleep. So when I got home super late, I was really, really tired. I wasn't able to make any videos. But don't worry, don't worry. Today I will be posting videos. Today is Sunday. Today I have more free time. So today after the match, of course, we'll do the post-match live analysis to discuss today's match. And we're also going to do news videos to keep you up to date or to bring you up to date with all Barcelona news. So be on the lookout for those videos. Be on the lookout for the post-match live analysis. And of course, right now, let's go. Visca Barça, Forza Barça. Let's get this victory. Let's get these three very important points because yesterday, Real Madrid defeated Villarreal 2-0 with two goals by Kylian Mbappe, because of course the second goal was a penalty. Surprise, surprise. I mean, are we surprised at this point? I don't think so, right? So right now, Real Madrid is at the top of the Liga table, ahead of Barcelona by 2 points. So Barcelona need to get the victory. They need to get the 3 points in order to get back at the top of the Liga table, ahead of Real Madrid or Real Penardrid or whatever you want to call them, because every single match, penalty, 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 penalty. But anyways, let's focus on our match. Forget Real Madrid. Let's focus on Barca because right now it's the 11th minute. It's still 0-0. It's back at the Camp Nou. The first match at the Camp Nou since the year starts. Since 2026 started. Stadium looking beautiful. Of course, next week we have another home match, which is against FC Copenhagen in the Champions League, a match where we need to get a victory to try to avoid the two playoff matches, right? We don't want to go to the playoff matches. That's two extra matches that Barcelona would have to pay in an incredibly busy calendar. The last thing you want to do is add another two matches to that calendar. So we're going to have to not only defeat FC Copenhagen, but defeat them by several goals to ensure our position in the top eight, avoid the playoff matches, go directly into the round of 16. All right, another offside on Real Oviedo. Looks like it. Barcelona are doing, again, a really good job today with the offside trap. Oh, no, it hit the referee. That's what it was. It hit the referee. So that's why. Let's see. We got some people in the chat section. We got Enes who said Oviedo Forza. What? Sumas says Visca Barça. PFWC Gaming says Visca Barça. Visca Barça, everyone. Oh, here we go. Eddie Garcia with the ball. Eddie Garcia. Woo! Eddie Garcia tried to filter the ball to Raphinha. It didn't make it to him, but he was complaining that he was being held by one of the Real Oviedo players. As Real Oviedo right now are trying to mount a counter attack, but Gerard Maldini gets to clear it. Now, this is the. Let me see. I cleared all my cookies. So everything now has logged out uh, in my computer. I don't know what's going on here. All right, there we go. Let's see. I see someone on the floor. I see two players on the floor. They're calling the medics in. It looks like it's Dani Olmo. Who's on the floor? No, it's Marc Casado. Marc Casado's on the ground. I'm not sure what I see. Marc Casado. Anyways, they called in the medics. They're checking on the players. So we'll take advantage of that time to, of course, review Barcelona's lineup since I didn't get to do it uh, at the beginning since I started this late. But where is this thing? By the way, at the beginning of the match, I was watching the match from the beginning, but I was setting up the live. It looks like they presented the player of the month for the month of December to Lamine Yamal again. He won it in November, won it again in December. They presented the Spanish Super Cup trophy of the Barca Femini because guess what? They defeated Real Madrid yesterday. There was another El Clasico match in the Spanish Super Cup final, and it was Barca Femini won. So Barca, congratulations to the Barca Femini who are champions of the Spanish Super Cup against Real Madrid, and of course they also presented the Spanish Super Cup trophy that the Barcelona men team won against also Real Madrid. So two Spanish Super Cup trophies, both won against Real Madrid by the men and by the women. And both trophies were presented today at Camp Nou. Of course, the Spanish Super Cup, the women's team that was yesterday. The men's, of course, was the beginning of the year. But since this is the first home match, this is why they presented it. But it looks like we are back. We are back now that the medics checked the player. Everything is okay. Play is back as we see Eric Garcia now being held by a Real Oviedo player. Is he going to show him a yellow? Because that should be a yellow. Anyways. Um, mm, 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 mm. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. We are gonna talk about the lineup. Okay, so Barcelona's lineup is of course Joan Garcia on goal. We have Gerard Maldini playing as a left back in the place of Alejandro Valde. We have Cancelo as a right back in the place of Jules Koundé. I like that because we need to rest both of them. Both Koundé and Balde have been playing every single match. They need to rest. Plus, they've been absolute trash. So maybe this rest will help them regain their form. But we got Cancelo and Maldini in the place of Koundé and Balde. We have Pau Cubarsí and Eric Garcia um, in the center back position. In the midfield, we have Frankie de Jong, Dani Olmo, and Marc Casado. So in other words, Frankie and Casado as a double pivot, Dani Olmo starting ahead of Fermin Lopez in the attacking midfield position. This, of course, is to give Fermin Lopez some rest because he will need it. I'm sure he's going to play in the Champions League. Plus, Pedri is injured. Um, so that, of course, that gives us our current midfield. And then up front, we have the highest scoring trio from last season, Lewy, Raphinha, and Lamine Yamal. By the way, I'm very curious to see what the midfield will look like in the Champions League. I think until Pedri returns, it's going to be Olmo and Frankie in a double pivot, maybe, with Fermin in the attacking mid. But in the Champions League against FC Copenhagen, Frankie is suspended, right? For accumulating yellow cards. So I'm curious to see what the midfield is going to be like. I guess it's probably going to be Casado, Olmo, and Fermin. But anyways, as we see right now, Barcelona trying to get an attack. Great pass by Lewy. And Lewy is taken down, but it was ruled offside. Anyways. Oh, sorry. It was ruled offside. Laurana X says, hey, Bo, it would be nice to see the formation subs on the screen. There's something to think about. Actually, I do have the overlay for that. I do have it. I just didn't have the setup for it. Plus, I kind of like running out of screen real estate, because we have the comment section, we have the timer, we have everything else. Maybe I could put it up above the. Let me see, right here. I guess maybe here I could add the lineup, like this. You can have the lineup with the substitutions. So that's a good idea. And Alwim, who Barcelona lives rent free in his head, coming here saying Ala Madrid. So, okay, bro, we know that deep down you're actually a Barca fan. Otherwise, why would you go to a Barca channel to watch a stream about a Barca match? So, welcome, Barcelona fan. Welcome, Kule. We understand that you want to support Barca. It is the best team in Spain. So, welcome, welcome. And now we see Frankie de Jong in the midfield. Passing it to Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia back to Pau Cubarsí to Gerard Maldini, Maldini to Cancelo. By the way, this is the first time Cancelo is playing at the Camp Nou since May 2024, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 2024, which is the last time he played for Barca. Ooh, Great cross by Eric, but the Real Oviedo goalkeeper gets to it. But as I was saying, this is the first time Joao Cancelo is playing at the Camp Nou since May 2024. Back when his loan ended, and also it was the last home match for Barcelona at the Camp Nou, because of course after that the stadium closed for remodeling. But now the stadium is back open with all three sections of the first two levels open. Oh, another Barca fan, Merlin, who is also an undercover Barca fan, says "A la Madrid," but bro, you're not fooling anyone. We know you're a Barca fan. Why else would you come to a Barca channel to watch a stream about a Barca match? That's okay, bro. We accept you. We accept you. We know. We know. It's tough. It's tough to pretend you're a Real Madrid fan while deep down you're truly a Barca fan that loves Barca. Because of course you would. I mean, your team, Madrid, is constantly getting spanked by Barcelona. Of course you want to love Barca. So it's okay. We accept you. Welcome, my friend. You don't have to hide here. You could just accept. You could just admit that you're a Barca fan. So welcome, welcome. And Andrew says, when is Ferran going to return? Ferran is expected. They were saying he would be out for 10 days, that he was going to miss, of course, the Champions League match and this one against Real Oviedo. So he might be back against FC Copenhagen. We'll see how, of course, the sensations are. But he's expected to come back anytime, anytime soon, because his injury wasn't that serious. Um, So he should be back anytime soon. It's not like Pedri, who his injury is a little bit more serious, a month out. But the good thing about Pedri is that most of the matches he will be missing is not going to be like big, high caliber matches. So, um, and I guess if you want to look at the silver lining of Pedri being out for a whole month, even though it's tough to see a silver lining because he's the most important player on the squad, the best midfielder in the world, I would say it's probably because he will be well rested for the last stretch of the season, right? Because if he comes back towards the end of February, we got all of March, April, and May. That's the last stretch of the league. That's when all trophies get decided, right? That's when you play the final knockout matches of the Copa del Rey. That's when the Liga starts to come to conclusion. That's when the Champions League knockout stage is. So I guess the silver lining of Pedri being out for a month will be that he'll be rested for the last stretch of the season, which is of course the most important one, where everything starts to get decided. Um, and now we see Juan Garcia passing it to Gerard Maldini, Maldini to I think that's Cancelo, and then to Raphinha. Raphinha who dropped to take the pass, gives it to Frankie. Frankie tries to get it to Dani Olmo, but the pass is intercepted, and now Real Oviedo trying to mount a counter attack, but Eddie Garcia is there with the tackle, and the ball goes out. Great defending by Eddie Garcia, who has become easily our best defender this season. Um, Incredibly important player on the squad who has been doing a fabulous job both in a center back and in a defensive midfield positions. And look at the stadium. The third ring is starting to get full. Like they're putting them laying the base down to be able to put the seats. You can see the VIP boxes also kind of taking shape now. The VIP boxes are between the second and the third ring. I think it's going to be 2 floors of VIP boxes. But the stadium looking good, looking good. I like that tuna can, the Bernabeu. Ooh, shot by Hassan, the Real Oviedo player. There was a deflection on the way. It was gonna go to corner kick because of the deflection, but Juan Garcia with the dive to prevent the ball from going to corner kick. And now it's Barcelona's ball as Eddie Garcia has the ball now. Gives it to Marc Casado. Marc Casado is fighting. Marc Casado to Eric. Eric who gets rid of the pressure by passing it to Lamine. Lamine Yamal now is dribbling past. Tries to dribble past 3 defenders, but he gets fouled, and now it's going to be Barcelona's ball again. Man, how is everyone Sunday, by the way? Let me know in the chat section. How do you guys feeling? Do you have any cool plans this Sunday? Did you have any cool plans yesterday? Drop it in the comment section. Mama Kiki says, Kaishila, blah, blah. I don't know what that means. Let me see. Frankie de Jong now in the midfield. Frankie passes it to Gerard Maldini. Maldini to Pau Kubarsi. Kubarsi now with the ball. Gives it to Eric Garcia. Garcia to Lamine. but the ball goes out and it's way out. It hits Lamine, so it's gonna be a throw in for Real Oviedo. As right now they're showing Hansi Flick. He doesn't look too happy, ladies and gentlemen. Does not look too happy. I don't blame him. The team hasn't really caused any danger. They haven't really created any chances, and it's the 25th minute. Oh, Frankie de Jong just took a ball to the face, but it looks like he's okay. As Joao Cancelo now driving the ball forward. Cancelo to Raphinha. Raphinha in the box. Raphinha puts in a cross. It hits a Real Oviedo defender, so it goes out. Lamine Yamal now is gonna chase the ball down for a throw in. Let's see. Barcelona play it quickly. So Frankie to Gerard Martin. Martin to the left to Joao Cancelo. Joao Cancelo now. Joao Cancelo takes on one defender. Joao Cancelo gives it to. Joao Cancelo passed it to Lewy, but there was too much power on that pass. Oh, ooh, my goodness. Amazing cross into Robert Lewandowski. And as he was about to connect with the ball, the Real Oviedo defender puts a little deflection on it and it goes out. But an incredible cross by Marc Casado into the box to Lewandowski, who, if it was one split of a second, he would have gotten to it, and that for sure would have been a goal. But now Barcelona play the corner kick. Oh, it was a cross by Coutinho to Eric Garcia, who did connect with the ball, but the ball deflected off Cibo, the Real Oviedo defender, and now another corner kick for Barcelona. It's gonna be played by Coutinho, most likely a short pass to Lamine. Yep, that's what we got. Lamine Yamal now with the ball. Lamine Yamal heel pass to Coutinho. Coutinho has it at the edge of the box. Coutinho puts in a cross, but the cross is too long, so the Real Oviedo goalkeeper gets to it. Conte says Vizca Barça will lead other follow AJ Conte from Sierra Leone. What's up, AJ from Sierra Leone? Welcome to the watch along. And Vizca Barça says the pass it looks so off today. Yeah, the collective play is just very not there. Like the team is just looks a little bit slow, sluggish. I don't know if it's exhaustion because they've played so many matches this month of January, or I don't know if it's just lack of motivation to play against a team like Real Oviedo. But the team just looks very slow and sluggish. They're not moving the ball fast enough, and that, of course, is a problem because Real Oviedo do like to defend with a low block that then they stretch it out, but you have to move the ball faster in order to create spaces. And we need the victory today. We need to get the 3 points to get back at the top of La Liga table. As we see Marc Casado miss a pass, and now it's Real Oviedo's ball again. Andrew says, "Do you think Bernal will get minutes today?" I think so. I think we're gonna see Bernal getting a lot more minutes during this second half of the season. That was the plan. The first half of the season, just bring him in slowly, a few minutes here, a few minutes there, and then the second half he's going to be getting more minutes. He's still not going to be starting and playing full 90 minutes, of course, but he will be getting a lot more minutes during the second half of the season. Daniel says this team is the shittiest in history. Okay, sure, buddy. Whatever you say, whatever floats your boat. Um, let's see. Let's see. Eddie Garcia now with a throw in. Gives it to Lewy, who's being not only held, but he gets tackled down to the floor, and the referee says no foul. How is that no foul? I don't know. But Frankie wins it, gives it to Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo to Casado. Casado's driving the ball. Casado gives it to Coutinho. Coutinho gets the ball taken away from him. And now it's Real Oviedo's ball again. And Merlin says Barca sucks. Man, if Barca sucks, what does that mean about Real Madrid? Because let's see, 4-0. 5-2, 3-2, 4-3, 3-2 again, three finals won, three trophies for Barca last season, zero for Madrid. So far, one trophy for Barca right now, zero for Madrid. Madrid out of two out of the four competitions. Barca alive in all four. So my question to you, my friend, is: if Barca sucks, where does that put Real Madrid? Think about that one. Think about that one. But anyways, right now, Coutinho with the ball. Coutinho passes it back to Joao Cancelo. Cancelo to Frankie de Jong. And now we have Pauco Arce who puts in a great ball into Dani Olmo inside the box. Dani Olmo who tries to get the cross, but it gets deflected, and Real Oviedo defense wins it. And now long clearance that lands to Gerard Maldini. Let's see, Gerard Maldini back to Juan Garcia, and now Barcelona trying to build from the back again. And you can definitely see the effect of not having Pedri in the midfield. It's crazy. We lose a lot of our playmaking in the midfield. Well, not we lose a lot of it. We lose all of it actually. But here we go. Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal puts in a great cross into the box. Wow, great cross by Lamine Yamal into the box for Robert Lewandowski, who jumps to head the ball, but it was a little bit too high for him, so he's not able to connect with it too well. So the ball ends up going out. But yeah, great vision by Lamine, who sees Robert Lewandowski making the run into the box, puts in that cross, but it was too high, too high. Lewy's able to connect with it, but only with the top of his head. Is not able to give it any direction or any force. So the ball ends up going out as we see Alejandro Valle and Fermin Lopez on the bench. I wonder if Fermin, I'm sure Fermin's going to get probably some minutes in the 60th minute, around there. I'm sure Hansi Flick is giving him some rest. Well-deserved rest. Fermin Lopez has been playing pretty much everything. And of course, we do have the midweek Champions League match against FC Copenhagen. Very important match. We need to get the victory to try to avoid playing the playoff matches. And now, free kick by Real Oviedo. Real Oviedo putting a pass to their winger on the left. Great pass. Cross into the box. But Gerard Maldini is there to prevent that ball from making it to the Real Oviedo attacker, but the referee rules it's an offside. This is like the 20th offside. Barcelona doing a really good job um, with the. Oh, that was not an offside. Now that they show the replay, mistake by the referee there. That was not an offside by Real Oviedo. I think Eric Garcia was keeping the Real Oviedo player on side. Let's see. Joao Cancelo with the missed pass to Raphinha. Oh, wait a minute. The referee came out to get the ball, and I think the referee's saying that the goalkeeper grabbed the ball outside the box. Referee saying that the goalkeeper grabbed the ball outside the box. If that's the case, I think that will be a red card. I want to see it. No, it's inside. It's inside. It's inside. The ball is inside. Let's see. Yeah, no. The ball's inside. Is inside. Definitely not outside. He still got shown a yellow card for complaining. Um, oh wait, I guess they ruled it's outside. Hmm, that's interesting. I saw the ball inside the box, but maybe part of it was out. I don't know. Let's see. Free kick. Raphinha gives it to Dani. Dani takes the shot, but it bounces off a Real Oviedo defender, and now the ball is out as Dani Olmo is gonna go take the free kick. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat section. Did the goalkeeper grab the ball outside the box, or was it inside? Let me know. I saw it inside, but the referee thought it was outside, and that's why Barcelona got a free kick. Now Barcelona have a corner kick. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo puts in a cross into the box, but right to the hands of the Real Oviedo goalkeeper. But anyways, Ryan says inside the box. Mo. Yeah, I agree. I saw it inside the box. But let me know if you guys saw something else. Biscal Barca says also inside the line. I agree. I agree. I also saw it inside the line. All right, it's gonna be a throw in for Barca. It's gonna be taken in by Eddie Garcia. No, I'm kind of hungry. I'm gonna go grab a snack real quick. It's right here, right next to me. So don't go anywhere, guys. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna grab a delicious snack because I haven't eaten breakfast. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. This is called cocosete. It's a Venezuelan candy. It's like a wafer. Very delicious. Very, very delicious. Like this thing. I love it. Let's see. Matt says hello. What's up, Matt? Welcome to the watch along, my friend. As you're gonna watch me eat a snack. Sorry about that, but I'm very hungry. Let's see. Here we go. Lamine Yamal driving the ball. Lamine Yamal takes on a defender, crosses it into the box, but it's cleared by the Real Oviedo defense. It's chased down by Coutinho. Coutinho has the ball now. Coutinho looking for space to shoot. Coutinho gives it to Olmo. Olmo back to Coutinho. Coutinho, great pass into the box, but it goes behind Lamine Yamal. Mmm, mmm, delicious, guys. This is not a paid ad, by the way. It's just delicious, and I'm hungry. Mm. Andrew says, Mo, how is the weather for you right now? It is hot. It was 90 degrees yesterday, and I think today's going to be like 88. So definitely getting a break from the cold because right now in New York they have an Arctic storm where it's been freezing temperatures, and today they're going to get buried in snow. Um, they're talking about, I think the state of New Jersey declared a state of emergency. I mean, it's pretty cold, but here, summer, baby, summer. Let's go. Mm. Mm. Manuel says lazy football. 100% agree with you, my friend. 100% agree with you. It truly is lazy football. The team is just not playing with a lot of intensity. I don't know if they realize that right now we're in second on the table and that we need the 3 points. Danny Olmo gives it to Lamine. Lamine went inside the box, back to Danny. Danny. Danny tries to take a shot, but it's blocked. Hmm. See, Frankie Dion now with the ball. To Cancelo. Cancelo gets the ball taken away from him as he tries to enter the box. Hmm. Stat says there's no chemistry among the players today. I think you're right. It has to do with there's a lot of new faces on the pitch. And I don't mean new as in like we just arrived or something. I mean Cancelo did, but there's a lot of players on the pitch that are usually not part of the starting lineup, so they're not used to playing with each other yet. For example, Cancelo on the right. It's the first time Cancelo's playing on the right since he signed for Barca again. Oh, Dani Olmo has it. Dani Olmo gives it to Lewy. Lewy's inside the box. Lewy passes it back to Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo on the edge of the box puts in a cross, but the cross is too long. They took too long, man. Fuck. But anyways, as I was saying, so we have Cancelo on the right, who hasn't played there um, since he signed for Barca. We have Maldini on the left. He's played there, but he hasn't played there since I think the beginning of the season. We have Pedri, who's not on the field. We have Marc Casado on the field, who hasn't been getting a lot of minutes. Um, so we have Daniel Olmo, who's been on and off. So you have a lot of players who are not starters, who haven't been playing too much with the team on the field. So that could explain the lack of chemistry. as Real Oviedo tried to take a shot, but Frankie de Jong was there to block it. Anwaruddin says Madrid more better than Barcelona Animal FC. All right, my friend. Let's clarify some things. First of all, it's not more better, it's better. Okay, it's either more or better. It can be both. All right, basic English, my friend. Madrid better than Barcelona. Okay, write that down. Write that down. I don't want you to keep embarrassing yourself. Okay, your mom didn't carry you in in her womb for 9 months, so you can embarrass her by speaking like a moron. Anyways, second thing, Barcelona Animal FC. Is that the best you could come up with? Because that's neither smart nor original nor witty. Do better. Do better. That's all I gotta say. Do better. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing your whole lineage. Do better. User, just use ChatGPT, man. Just type in, hey, smart or witty or funny insults. But Animal FC, really? That's all you can think of? You're embarrassing yourself, my friend. You are embarrassing yourself. Anyway, user says Lewa slows the attack down a lot. I mean, Lewa is usually getting the last pass, so I don't know about slowing it down because he's not building it up. And Andrew says, when is Gabi returning? Gabi will be returning in February, so next month, right around the corner. But of course, don't expect him to all of a sudden start in matches and get him a lot of minutes. Barcelona are going to take their time with him. Um, so it's going to be some time where we see him getting a lot of minutes. Lamine Yamal now is on the edge of the box. Lamine Yamal dancing around. Lamine Yamal nutmegs a defender. He still has the ball. He slips and falls, gets up, and loses the ball. Let's see. Michael Long says play Fermin, Frank, and Eddie Garcia in the midfield. I think Frank and Olmo is a double pivot. Works because we've seen it work before. And of course, Fermin Lopez is the attacking mid. Hmm. How could I see now with the ball? KRNT says Bisca Barca. Bisca Barca, my friend. Instead says Raphinha is having a bad game so far. Now, not very active. He's lost a few balls. Hmm. Now, I'm sad now my snack is over. I finished it. Mm. Eddie Garcia now to Lewy. Lewy gets taken down. Referee says no foul. Play continues. Garcia wins the ball. And then Frank Guillaume passes it back to Juan Garcia. And Lewandowski's been taken down twice now by being hugged and tackled down to the ground. And the referee's like, no foul. How? I don't know. But anyways, Frank Guillaume now to Casado. Casado passes it back to Gerard Maldini. Gerard Maldini with the ball. Gerard to Cancelo. Cancelo now is on the left. Cancelo passes it to Lewy. Again being held. Again being held down. Like what the hell? Finally, he shows him a yellow card. So yellow card to David Costas, the captain of Real Oviedo, after holding on to Lewandowski for dear life. He hugged him like Lewy's his dad, and he just came back from wartime, and he was like, "Dad, I missed you. Haven't seen you in 2 years. Let me hug you." Now Eddie Garcia passes it to Lamine. Lamine back to Eddie Garcia. Eddie Garcia. Ooh. Oh, Eddie Garcia with the cross. Rebounds off Daniel Molans to Lewy. Lewy connects with it, but the ball goes flying, and I think the refs ruled it's an offside. Really great play by Lamine Yamal. That's the kind of play that we need. You know, Eddie Garcia gives it to Lamine Yamal 1-2. Lamine returns it really fast to him, leaving Eddie Garcia wide open on the right. And then Eddie puts in the cross that bounces off Daniel Olmo, lands to Lewandowski, and Lewy connects with it, but it goes too high. Uh, Andrew says, Mo, have you visited Cali before? Yes, yes. I grew up in Vegas, so I used to go to California all the time, to SoCal, Orange County, LA County. So, yes, plenty of times. It's been a while since I've been back, ever since I moved to New York. I don't go out, obviously, that often. So, I think the last time I went to California was maybe 2022. I went for a wedding in Huntington Beach. But yeah, it has been a while since I've been to Cali. But I used to go a lot, obviously, when I lived in Vegas, because if you want to go to the beach, you want to escape the heat, hop on the I-15 and go to SoCal. Ryan says, "Yo, these Oviedo players are in hugging contest today." Yo, they really are. You're not kidding. They really are, bro. It's like they're like Care Bears. This match, they're all like hug, 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 hug. I love to hug. Lamine Yamal wins the ball. The ball is gonna go to the corner, but Joan Garcia gets the to first, passes it back to Lamine. Lamine had to drop all the way back down to get that ball. As we're nearing the end of the first half. Lamine Yamal, loses the ball. He has three guys on him. He gets taken down, but he's able to deliver the ball to Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo gets held, but the referee gives advantage. Gives it to Casado. Casado to Raphinha. Ooh, great attack by Barcelona. Joao Cancelo put in a good ball for Raphinha. Raphinha crossed it, but it was cleared by the defense. And now Joao Cancelo wins the ball back, tries to enter the box, is taken down. And again, the referee says no foul. What is going on here? Oh, careful. Good counter attack by Real Oviedo, but Eric Garcia is there. Eric Garcia is covering. Elias, who tries to put in the cross, and Juan Garcia wins the ball. There was a Real Oviedo player who tries to get to the ball when the ball goes loose from Juan Garcia's hand, but Juan Garcia gets to the ball again. He falls, and now he's pretending like his legs just got chopped down, even though the contact was so minimal. Let's see. Now Joao Cancelo gives it to Rafinha inside the box. Rafinha has it inside the box. Oh, Rafinha puts in a cross, but there's no one to connect with it. Lewandowski had a mark on him and he wasn't able to connect. But it's still Barcelona's ball as Lamine Yamal got to the ball first, passes it back to Eric. Eric to Casado. Casado puts in the cross to Rafinha. Rafinha with a shot, but it is blocked. Another great cross by Casado, man. Casado's lobbing some good crosses into the box. Of course, it's not the first time we've seen him do that. He's assisted goals like that before. Let's see now. It's Dani Olmo with the ball. Oh, Dani Olmo loses the ball as he was trying to enter the box, and now it's Real Oviedo's ball again. And it's official. The first half is over. It's Barcelona 0, Real Oviedo 0. Let's see. Let me pause my. I think he does twist his ankle, the Real Oviedo player. But it's not a penalty because Juan Garcia gets to the ball. All right, so it is officially halftime. The players are heading into the tunnel. As Eddie Garcia is talking to the referee, of course, he's complaining like, "Bro, are you going for a record for most missed fouls? Because there were so many fouls this ref has missed." Lewandowski got tackled down to the ground like three times, and two of them not only was it wasn't a yellow card, but it wasn't even a foul. But anyways, the judge says this performance is completely disgraceful. There is no excuse. 100% agree with you, my friend. Suhaid says one of the worst games by Barca this season. I don't know if this season, but for sure a really bad match. Mike Valencia says my grandma moves the ball faster than this shit. I believe you, my friend. I believe you. And Street Fighter says Cancelo has been well. Yeah, not a bad match by Cancelo. But as always, defensively speaking, he's pretty much non-existent. But he's had a few good runs with the ball. But besides that, I wouldn't say he's doing amazing. But Mike Valencia says Cancelo can't defend at all. I agree. William says, "What are we watching?" That's a great question. That is a great question. And Street Fighter says, "You bought Barca red." Uh, Wait, what do you mean? I don't think I understood your comment. If you want to clarify, let me know, please. User says the screen is black. Is it? I see it fine. Chat, let me know. Is the screen black or is this just something that user is dealing with? Dorian says, "How's Argentina so far, Mo? It's been amazing. It's summer down here, so it's a little hot. Yesterday I was out all day from the moment I woke up until the moment I went to sleep. So a very very long day, but it was hot. So I was so exhausted. I came back home so exhausted, so sweaty. So that's why I didn't make any videos. I showered and went to straight to bed because I was just absolutely exhausted. But so far, it's been good. Today's Sunday. My schedule won't be as crazy. So today I'm gonna be able to make some news videos. Of course, I'll do a post match live analysis first after as soon as this watch along is over, and then I'll do some news videos to bring you up to date on all the news that happened yesterday, and of course today, since yesterday I didn't make any videos. But so far it's been good, man. So far it's been good. Thank you for asking. Definitely avoiding some. Oh, okay. Street Fighter says there's a red card on my screen. Yes, there is. Thank you, Street Fighter, for letting me know. You know what it is. This is from last match, from uh, from when Real Sociedad got a red card. That's why. Thank you, Street Fighter, for pointing that out. But anyways, as I was saying, I'm definitely avoiding some crazy cold because right now there's Arctic storm in the New York area. That's not only affecting New York, but even the states around it. It's below freezing temperatures. I think today they're going to get buried in snow. They're talking about closing things down on Monday. So I'm avoiding the cold since it's summer down here. But, anyways, Kule Kule says, I don't know what I was watching in that first half. I don't know either. An incredibly bad half by Barcelona. Very very slow, very sluggish team that's not really playing with intensity. They're having a they're doing a terrible job moving the ball around. I think in the 45 minutes they probably maybe only created two chances, if that. But very very bad first half by Barcelona. They're gonna have to get it together in the second half because we need the victory today. We need 3 points, right? Real Madrid are back at the top of the table after they beat Villarreal, so we need to win in order to get back on the top of La Liga table. Right now, they're showing the replay of, or the highlights, I should say, of the first half. First, here go the Joao Cancelo. Oh, okay. So they're showing that when the Real Oviedo goalkeeper goes to grab the ball, I see the ball inside the box, but the referee makes a mistake and says that the referee grabbed it outside the box. I don't think it was outside the box at all. Um, But yeah, I don't know. What are you guys seeing? Do you guys know what I'm talking about when the Real Oviedo goalkeeper comes out, grabs the ball, and the referee says it was outside the box, so they give Barca a free kick? I saw it inside, but let me know. Let me know. Marvin says, "Bro, is that hard for Flick to just let me play and Leo not? It's always the same." Well, the thing is, we have a Champions League match halfway through the week, right, against Copenhagen. So the reason Fermin is not playing is probably to rest him, right? I'm sure he's going to come during the second half, but I mean, I don't blame Hansi Flick for rotating the players because again, we have a Champions League match, right? We've been playing like a match every 3 days, right? We started with La Liga against Espanyol, then semi-final Copa del Spanish Super Cup, a final Spanish Super Cup, Copa del Rey match, La Liga match, Champions League match, now La Liga match again, now Champions League match again halfway through the week. We've been playing a match every 2 3 days, so we need rotations. So it's not that Flick is doing something bad. We need to rotate players. And Fermin Lopez has been playing every single match, so it's natural that he's on the bench right now because he needs to rest. Especially because midweek we have not only we have that Champions League match, but we have to win it. Right? We need to win, and we need to try to win by a big margin in order to try to avoid the two playoff matches and go straight into the round of 16. Let's see. Edward says, "Come on, people. They are just a couple of inches another way or other side, and passes could have been magical." And Stud says, "Bring on Ferminator in the second half. He will bring some intensity to the game. I'm sure the Ferminator will come in. I don't doubt it one bit. I'm sure Hansi Flick will make some adjustments. I mean, I'm honestly not too worried because yes, that first half was abysmal. But we know how Flick is. If the team is doing terrible in the first half, he goes into the locker room, makes some adjustments. I don't know what he does, sprinkles some fairy dust on them, and then the team comes out looking much better in the second half. So I'm sure the team will look better in the second half. Plus, once the substitutions come in, I'm sure the team will improve even more. And plus, remember, Real Oviedo have been running a lot first half. They've covered a lot of ground because they were defending and then going to the counterattack. They've covered a lot of ground. Those players, by the 60th minute, they're going to start running out of gas. And that's going to be when Barcelona can be able to exploit that and start, creating some chances and hopefully score some goals. But I'm not too worried about the second half. I think the second half is going to be much better, especially after Flick makes his adjustments and after the substitutions come in, which I'm sure amongst them is going to be the Ferminator. Let me see. Fumlan says it's going to be a long month without Pedri because all I see in the midfield is chaos. Yeah, you're not wrong, my friend. You are not wrong. Street Fighter says he has some good ball winning. Cancelo. Andrew says, Mo, is there any Barca merch that you're eyeing on? You know what? There is. I really like the third kit training sweater. Does that make sense? You know that long sleeve. Um, It's not a sweater. I guess it is a sweater. I don't know. That long sleeve sweater that they put on over the kit when it's cold, like the pink with the blue, salmon and the blue. I really like that one. But man, it's expensive, bro. Nike's like and Barca are just it's like $120 or 160. It's crazy. So I think I'll just wait until the end of the season and buy it on a discount. But yeah, let me see. So Hyde says Fermin for Olmo, Kunde for Casado, and push Eric to midfield. Okay, I like that. I like that. William says, "Is Madrid win yesterday affecting this team? Because I don't know which team is Barcelona." Yeah, for real. I mean, you would think it would motivate them since Madrid won and now they're at the top of the Liga table and we need to win in order to regain our first position. But shit, man, this team just came out asleep. I don't know if it's because they're tired. I don't know if because it's difficult to get motivated against the last team on the table, which is Real Oviedo. I don't know what it is, but the team needs to get it together because we need the victory. Mike Valencia says there's also a storm in Texas. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I saw that Texas is also getting a. I guess a lot of parts of the U.S. are getting affected by this Arctic wind. William says the same. They are losing the ball. Is just beyond me. Agree, my friend. Edward says, how is Barca support in Argentina with Messi and all any Real Madrid supporters around? I have no idea. I'm right now in my Airbnb, so I didn't really try to look for any Barca bars. I should have. I know they do have peñas down here. I think they have like two Barca peñas down here. But I mean, yesterday was such a long day. I was out all day and it was so hot that I was just exhausted. Like I would have had to wake up extra early to just get ready and go to the peña bar. So I literally just set my alarm at it's 12:15. The match was supposed to start here. So I literally set my alarm at 12, and I still couldn't get up. I was so tired. So that's why I started the watch along late. I started the watch along at the ninth minute of the first half because I was just dead, man. I was just so exhausted. There's no way for me to. But I will be here next weekend as well. So maybe next weekend I will try to look for a peña bar that I can go to and spend it with some Barca fans. We'll see. I'm going back home February 2nd. So not this Monday, the next Monday. Next Monday at night, I fly out and then I get home Tuesday morning and then I'll be back in my YouTube studio. Street Fighter says he got a yellow card for that. Who did? Who did? Oh, yeah, the goalkeeper. He did. Edward says we do not need to cheat. The ball was inside the box. Agree, agree. Kelvin says it's totally amateur performance from Barca in the first half. 100% agree with you, my friend. Kum Lang says next season Barca needs fullback, center back, striker, and a ability type of player. Only then we can win the champions. Wow, I mean you're dreaming here, my friend. Remember, we don't have money. We don't have money to make all those signings. I mean, the most we can sign is probably a center forward and a center back, and that's it. But all those signings is just there's no money, man. There's no money. Adetoku says this is new low for Barca. It's like the last time Cancelo was in a team. Shambolic. Agree. Andrew says, hope we are able to get top eight in the Champions League. Me too, because again, this calendar has been absolutely nuts. I mean, it's been so busy, so many matches. The last thing we want to do is add another two matches to our calendar. Bisca Michael says, Joao looks so good in attack. I don't want to say so good. He had a couple of few good runs, but he definitely looks better in attack than in defense. We've always known that. Adetoku says they aren't pressuring the opponents and the play was too slow. The play has been too slow. Now, we haven't really suffered defensively speaking because it is Real Oviedo, right? Real Oviedo have very few weapons at their disposal, if any. But if this was any other team or a stronger team, I think we would be in trouble because, yeah, our midfield has been Swiss cheese, right? Total chaos, balls getting through, attackers getting through. Our defense has been able to respond. By the way, if people are always criticizing our defense, today our defense is what's keeping us in the game. But of course, people never praise the defense when they do a good job, but they do for sure go after them when we concede. But our midfield has been non-existent. Our defense is what's been stopping Real Oviedo. And if it was a stronger team, we'll be struggling because your first line of defense has to be your attackers, your second has to be your midfield, and then your center back should be the last line of defense. Here, they're being the first line of defense, the first and the last. Now, thankfully, Real Oviedo are not that dangerous, so our defense has been able to handle it and has been able to be the first and last line of defense. But a stronger team would have caused more damage. So our midfield is going to have to change because this is not working. We're also going to have to move the ball a lot quicker than what we are. Let's see. Bainu says, "Where are you from?" That's a very long question that I don't know if we have enough time to answer. So it says Kunde is ready to come in. And Troy says, "Where to watch free in India?" I have no idea, my friend, where to watch it free in India. I can only tell you where to watch it paid in North America. Um, Not sure. Not sure. Billy Mack says, Mo, what up, Billy? And Bainu, who is a undercover Barca fan, says, Ala Madrid. How do I know he's an undercover Barca fan? Because why else would you come to a Barca channel, watch a stream of a Barca match, if it's not because deep down, Bainu knows that Real Madrid are an inferior team and that Barca is the best team in Spain. But it's okay, bro. We accept you. You don't have to fake it. You can just admit that you're a Barca fan and that Barca lives rent free in your head. It's okay, my friend. Just come here. Come here, bro. We accept you. Come here, bro. It's okay. Let me see. Andrew says, Mo, do you take your dog traveling with you? No, I wish. I wish. He's too big, man. My dog is 80 pounds. He's a big, big boy. It would be very, very uncomfortable for him to travel in a plane for long distances. I took him once to Canada because it was a short flight, 40 minutes or an hour. He did well. He loved it. But, Argentina it was an 11-hour flight. So there was no way I was going to subject my dog to that. So instead, I leave him with a friend that takes care of him. He loves going there anyway because this friend has two dogs and a cat. So he plays with the dogs. He plays with the cat. Um, so he has a great time there. Troy says, "Where to what?" Oh wait, I already said read that. Protal says, "How are you, man? I'm doing well, my friend. I'm doing well. How are you?" Mike Valencia says, "Try Yalla Shoot." Oh, okay. So I guess Yalla Shoot streams matches for free. Protal says, "What subs do you want to see?" Definitely Fermin Lopez. I want to see Fermin come in. Um, Maybe also, let me think. Maybe, mm, man, it's tough. I would want to see maybe. Oh, Mark Bernal. I want to see Mark Bernal. I also want to see maybe bring in Rashford towards the end, right? Maybe that's what we need, a little bit of more speed. Um, so yeah, but definitely Mark Bernal, definitely the Ferminator, and then
We'll see how how Gerard Maldini keeps doing, but maybe bring in Balde too. But anyways, we have our first substitution. Looks like Jules Kunde is coming in for Gerard Maldini. So I'm sure Kunde is gonna be playing on the right. Joao Cancelo's probably gonna move into the left. So we have Maldini does have a yellow card, so that's probably the reason for the substitution too. Let's see. I'm gonna get my timer ready because any second we're gonna have kickoff in the second half, where hopefully the team will improve, create some chances, score some goals, get that victory, get those 3 points because we need it. We need to get back at the top of the Liga table where we belong and send Madrid down to where they belong because Madrid, they are the ultimate second place winners. Let's go. Anyways, we do have kickoff. It's Barcelona 0, Real Oviedo 0. As we see right now, Real Oviedo with the ball. We only have one substitution, and it's Jules Kunde who has come in for Gerard Maldini, meaning that Kunde will play on the right and Joao Cancelo will move on the left. So far, the only substitution of the second half. No substitutions for Real Oviedo. Let's see. Kelvin says, "Hi Mo, how many female Barca do you have on your channel, if at all you have any?" There is some, but it's very not that many. I think out of the all subscribers, I think it's like 92% male and 8% female. Um, so it's actually not bad. That's close to 10%. If there's 119,000 subscribers, you're talking about 19,000, maybe a little less since it's 8%. Let's say 15,000. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. But yeah, the great majority is are male, obviously. Let's see. Real Oviedo now with the attack. Long. Oh, cross into the box by Joan Garcia. No problem. Gets to that ball first. Andrew says, do you think De Jong is an impactful captain? He has been. He's been an impactful captain in the second half of the season, which is good. It's good to see Frankie De Jong, step into that role, and grow into that role, I should say. But of course, we've seen Frankie De Jong have great moments before. The problem is not whether he can or can't. The question is whether he can keep it up. Daniel Motokunde, ooh, good attack by Barca, but the Real Oviedo defender Sibo, not Shibo, was able to intercept Barcelona's attack, and now it's going to be a corner kick for Barca. But yeah, like I was saying, the young we've seen him do great before. I mean, I don't think anyone has any questions about the young's capabilities or skill or talent. We know he's an incredibly skilled and talented midfielder. The problem is his inconsistency, right? For example, this season, the first half of the season, he was not good at all. Second half, he's doing much better. Ooh, corner kick by Gotinha, but nobody is able to connect with it. Lewandowski made the run to connect with the ball, but he wasn't able to. Oh, actually, it looks like he did connect with it, but too late. So the ball did not change trajectory. It went out, and that was going to be a goal kick for Real Oviedo. Vizca Michael says, Mark Bernal low key getting back his form little by little. 100%, my friend. And Cordell, what's up, Cornell? Says, my brother, hoping for a win. Our boys have been anemic. 100%, my friend. I agree with you. And yes, I really hope for a win. We need the victory, man. We need the victory. We need that 3 points to get back at the top of the Liga table. I don't know if the players are not aware of that or no one communicated to them, but they need to realize that quick because a draw is not good here. Let's see, Marc Casado now with the ball. Man, Joao Cancelo still doesn't have his official picture. They just showed the lineup, and Joao Cancelo is like, it's a black face. They don't even have his picture. Poor guy. Let's see. Yeah, my timer is running, right? Yeah. Bam, bam, beat bam, bam. By the way, this is the first time I'm doing kind of like not just a watch along, but just like a general live stream while I'm on the road. Usually, when I'm on the road, I only do like news videos, like very short lives where I don't do comments or anything. I don't do podcasts. I don't do watch along. But today I said, you know what? I want to do watch along because I love watching the match with you guys. It's not the same sitting here by myself watching a match as opposed to like watching a match while talking to you guys through the chat section, reading your comments, seeing what you guys think. That's always cool. But Real Oviedo right now had a good attack. Their seven has been causing us problems, kind of, sort of, as much as he can. He took a shot, but it was blocked by Eric. So now it's a corner kick for Real Oviedo. Man, Eddie Garcia, bro, what a guy! What a guy! I remember when people wanted him out of Barca, and he used to say, "Guys, I mean, it's not to pat myself on the back, but I used to say, I don't. I think Eddie is a great player. He just doesn't get enough minutes, enough continuity where he can, be at the top of his form. You go, nah, Eric is trash. Sell him. He's not Barca level. Blah blah blah." And lo and behold, man, he's kind of like a Laporte. Remember, guys, Laporte, who's in Saudi now, unfortunately for him. But Laporte, it was, he didn't really come into his own until his 20s. And that was Eddie Garcia. And now look at him. He's probably our best defender this season. Not to mention our best defensive midfielder, too. So, what a guy. And to think that we signed him for free, right? Because his contract expired in Man City. Um, what a guy. What a guy. Anyways, Lewy now to Cancelo. Cancelo, great pass to Coutinho. Coutinho's on the left. Coutinho puts in a cross. I think that cross was for Lamine Yamal, because that cross had a lot of power, and I think it was supposed to be for Lamine Yamal, who was on the other side of the box. But Dani Olmo, seeing the ball coming towards him, decides to connect with it, and he's not able to control it because it's too much power. So Dani Olmo heads it, and the ball obviously goes out flying because there was a lot of power on that ball. But I think it's because it was supposed to be a cross for Lamine, who was a lot further, and that's why the ball had so much power. But anyways, cross from Raphinha, header by Olmo goes out. Now Barcelona win the ball in the box. Dani Olmo has it in the box. Dani Olmo takes a shot. Dani Olmo, goal! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Finally, finally, really bad defending by Real Oviedo, by the way, who give the ball away to Barca in their own box. And of course, Dani Olmo. Whoa, 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 whoa! Did you guys see what just happened with my scoreboard? It just went crazy. Went all the way up to 20. It's not 20-0, but it was scored by the number 20, Dani Olmo, who scores the goal. Terrible, terrible clearance by Real Oviedo's defender, who passes it back to his teammate. And there was Lamine Yamal, who wins the ball, eventually lands to Dani Olmo, and of course, Dani Olmo does not forgive. Controls that ball, takes a shot, and buries it in the far post. Nothing the goalkeeper can do, and it's Barcelona 1, Real Oviedo 0. Why is it 18 now? What is going on with this timer? This shit is glitching like bad. It says 18 is 0. What is happening? What is happening? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. How do I refresh this? I think I need to refresh web source. Let me see. There it is. Let's go. It said 18-0. Can you imagine? I wish. I wish. That means it would be a one hell of a one hell of a match. But yeah, really bad defending by Real Oviedo, man. Oh my god. I mean, that defender passes it back to his teammate inside the box where Lamine Yamal is right there. Lamine Yamal, of course, puts pressure on the guy receiving the ball, wins the ball. It ends up landing to Olmo, and great shot by Olmo, who kicks it to the far post. Nothing the Real Oviedo goalkeeper can do. And it's Barcelona 1, Real Oviedo 0, as Joao Cancelo tried to dribble someone right now, but ends up losing the ball. And I see people excited about the goal. Billy saying Olmo. Andrew says Dani Olmo. Cornell says Olmo time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ryan, who said that play that led to the corner kick was offside, actually. Okay, okay, okay. Babe says, do you think Barca should sell Casado in the summer? Mm, it depends on how Bernal does. I don't think they should, but because he is a profile that we don't have, he's the only profile that plays that kind of role. But if Mar Bernal continues to improve, starts getting more and more minutes, and it looks like he will be the starter next season, then yeah, because that kind of leaves Casado with no minutes. I mean, it's gonna be Bernal and Pedri probably in the double pivot, uh, and Frankie and Gabi as the substitutes, and that kind of leaves Casado with no space, right? And then Dani Olmo and Fermin in the attacking mid, right? So yeah, in that case, yes. It also going to depend on the progression of Gabi, how Gabi does, right? He's supposed to come back in February. If we see him start, slowly getting back his form, also getting more and more minutes, and it looks like he will be 100% ready next season, then yeah, because I think we could easily have Pedri and Bernal as the starters, Gavi and Frankie as the subs, in the double pivot, of course, and attacking mid, we can have Fermin and Dani Olmo. So right there, our midfield is good. 6 players for 3 spots, 2 players per spot. That leaves Casado without a spot. So yes, but again, that all depends on the progression of Olmo and Bernal and Gavi. Oh, great run by Lamine Yamal, who had a mark on him and is still able to get a cross out very effortlessly into the box where Lewandowski was, but Lewandowski was being held by an Real Oviedo defender, which made his jump very uncomfortable. He's able to connect with the ball and head it, but it was right to the hands of the Real Oviedo goalkeeper. So far, 9 shots by Barca, 7 by Real Oviedo, only 1 goal. That's crazy, man. 9 and 7. That's 16 shots in total from both teams, but only 1 goal. Also has to do with Real Oviedo's shots have all been weak as hell. Whoa, that was a great tackle by Lamine Yamal, who wins the ball, and the referee decides it's a foul. How is that a foul? He clearly gets the whole ball, doesn't even make any contact with the Real Oviedo player's feet. Balde's coming in. I'm guessing Balde's gonna come in for Cancelo, unless Raphinha comes out and Cancelo gets pushed up and Balde gets the left back position. Maybe if Flick wants to rest Raphinha. Oh, Raphinha! Oh, Raphinha! Goal! Let's go! What a steal by Raphinha. Another horrible mistake by Real Oviedo, ladies and gentlemen. Raphinha steals the ball, goes in 1v1 versus the goalkeeper, and chips the goalkeeper in the most beautiful, elegant way. And it's Barcelona 2, Real Oviedo 0. Okay, now I would take Coutinho. Now I would. Now that he scored his goal, now that Barcelona are 2-0, I think I would take him out because Champions League match in midweek, I would rest him. I would take out Rafinha. I would put in Joao Cancelo in his place, like push him up, and bring Alejandro Balde in his place. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. But that's what I would do because hey, it's 2-0. We have Champions League in a few days. I would definitely rest Coutinho, but we'll see who Balde will come in for. Most likely it's going to be for Joao Cancelo, but I would definitely rest him. A great goal by Coutinho. Another horrible mistake by Real Oviedo, who passed the ball back, and Rafinha is there to steal the ball, go 1v1 versus a goalkeeper, and a beautiful chip by Coutinho, the best Brazilian in the world, ladies and gentlemen. The best Brazilian in the world. It's not that cry clown, Vinicius cry baby. It's Goat freaking Tina. Yes, you heard that right. Gotinha. Magazine says new subscriber from South Africa. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing and welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy the content. Oh, we see the Ferminators coming in too. So it's going to be the Ferminator and Alejandro Valde. Let me see. And I see people celebrating. Mike says goal. Cornell says go Tija. And Billy Max says chipped them. Yeah. Andrew says our Brazilian goat. 100%, ladies and gentlemen. 100%. But like I said, I think we should take him out. Take out Coutinho. Take out Coutinho. Rest him. We got a Champions League match. We're up 2-0. He got his goal. Let's give him some rest. We can have Joao Cancelo play as our left winger, or maybe even bring in Rashford. But you know, we gotta be fresh for the Champions League match because not only do we need to beat Copenhagen, FC Copenhagen, but we need to win by a big margin to ensure that we're through the top eight. Well, it's gonna be Cancelo. Okay, so Cancelo's out. Alejandro Balde's in. So Balde's gonna be playing as our left back. And Coutinho coming out. Okay, good, 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 good. I'm glad that Coutinho's out. Let him rest. He's had some adductor problems. We know he missed the match against what was the last weekend, Real Sociedad. So good, good. I'm glad to see Coutinho getting rested. And Alejandro Balde in for Joao Cancelo. So our two fullbacks are once again Kunde and Balde, who got some rest today, both coming off the bench. And it looks like the Ferminator is going to be our left winger. Whoa, Frankie, man. Frankie driving the ball with that guy, fouling him, and he still keeps the ball, gives it to Lamine. Lamine with the cross into the box. Lewandowski who connects with it, but there is a deflection from the Real Oviedo defender, so the ball is out. It's going to be Barcelona's corner kick. King says Camp Nou is too dead, too many tourists. Well, we have no supporter section right now. Remember that. John says, I don't like Flick bringing out Cancelo because he's not playing in the Champions League for now. No, that's a good point, John. That's a good point. I think we could have kept Cancelo playing the entire 90 minutes. Ooh, Lamine Yamal with the bicycle, and then he takes a shot at the goal, but the Real Oviedo goalkeeper blocks it. But yeah, that's a good point, John. I hadn't thought about that. I think we could have kept Cancelo in since, like you said, he's not playing Champions League because he's not registered in the Champions League. He's not going to be able to play Champions League until the knockout stages. So yeah, might as well keep him in. It's not like Joao Cancelo needs to rest. Raphinha, that was a good substitution. He needs to rest. But yeah, Cancelo could have played the full 90 minutes. But good point, John. And let me see. It's gonna be another corner kick. Barcelona played it short, Olmo to Lamine. Lamine tried to dribble defender. Defender cleared it. So another corner kick for Barcelona. Again, Dani Olmo on the ball at the corner. Let's see. Dani Olmo with the cross into the box, but it's headed out. It's gonna be a throw in. Headed out by the Real Oviedo defender. It's gonna be a throw in by Barcelona. As we see more Barca players warming up right there. I really want to see Bernal come in. I want to see maybe Rooney Bardarji. I mean, look, we're up 2-0. I think we can take Lamine Yamal out and bring in Rooney Bardarji, right? Why not? Give Rooney more minutes. Give Lamine some rest. We have a Champions League match midweek. I would definitely take out Lamine, bring in Rooney. Take out Frankie, man. Frankie's ran a lot. But you know what? Never mind. Frankie's not going to play the Champions League because he's suspended. So I guess Frankie can play the full match. Maybe Olmo, take out Olmo and bring in Bernal. Oh, great play by Barcelona, man. Playing some tiki taka there between Fermin Lopez, Lamine Yamal, and Kunde. They were playing tiki taka, going back and forth, triangulating the ball, driving the Real Oviedo defenders crazy. But then the referee ruled that. What did he rule? That it was a foul by Lamine Yamal? Yeah, he ruled that it was a foul by Lamine Yamal, even though Lamine and the Real Oviedo player were holding each other. Page says Rashford in, Lewa out. Okay, I like that too. I like that too. We're up 2-0 right now. I think we could do some substitutions thinking about the Champions League match. Take out Frankie. No, again, Frankie's not playing Champions League. Never mind. I keep saying that. But yeah, take out Lamine, bring in Rooney Bardarji. I think Bardarji deserves some minutes. Lamine can rest. Lewy, yeah, he's Ferran might be back for the FC Copenhagen, so maybe Ferran might start in that match. So maybe that's why Lewy's still in. But yeah, you could technically take out Lewy, bring in Rashford since Rashford can't play as number 9. Maybe take out Olmo since Olmo's been playing since the first minute, and bring in Bernal. There's some substitutions there we can make. Thinking about the Champions League in a few days. Let's see. Frankie Young now has the ball in the midfield. Frankie who gives it to Eric. Eric to Balle. Drops down to get that ball. Balde gets the ball taken away from him, but Casado wins it. Casado long ball into the final third, but it gets cleared. Barcelona and Real Oviedo fighting for the ball. Lamine wins it, passes it to Kunde. Andrew says this team does wake up during the second half of games, but definitely wish they play with more effort in the entire game time. Agree 100%, my friend. I mean, in a match like this, I guess you can kind of like overlook that fact that the first half was horrible because you can against a team like Real Oviedo, you can just play one half and still win. But against other teams, that's not going to happen. Great pass into Balde. Balde! That was a great pass into the empty space to Alejandro Balde. Balde tried to cross it to the Ferminator, who was making the run into the box, but the Real Oviedo goalkeeper gets to the ball first. As Real Oviedo now trying to mount a counter attack. Careful. Careful. Real Oviedo player now has it. Real Oviedo takes a shot, but the ball goes out flying. Now, Real Oviedo are saying it's a corner kick that Juan Garcia made a contact with it, but the referee has ruled it's a goal kick. Yeah, no, Juan Garcia doesn't make contact with the ball, so it's definitely a goal kick. It's not a corner kick. Let's see. Real Oviedo now making the substitutions. Let me see. I don't like where this is when I move it. Is that better? Actually, I don't like it at all. Whoa! What did I do? No, there it is. For a second, I lost my scoreboard. What I was trying to do, I was trying to do this. Ta-da! Is that better? I don't know. I don't like it. I'll move it again. Okay, there we go. The game is back on. I'm over here playing with my. Let's see. Damn it! Stop doing that. I keep moving my scoreboard. That's not what I'm trying to do. Let me see. How about wait? There we go. How about now? Is that better? Anyways, I'm sure you guys don't even care. I'm just like OCD over here. Let's see. Pave says we could bring Araujo in and Eric or Kouarsi out. Yeah, but we only have what, two substitutions left, so we're gonna have to be a little bit of strategic about this. Since we only have two substitutions left, I think it's gonna have to decide who are the two players that need the most rest and substitute them out. Man, it's raining at the Camp Nou. It's raining. It's pouring. It's gonna be a throw in for Real Oviedo. Mm, Still don't like this. Damn it! Again with the oh long pass. John Garcia had to come out of his line in order to clear it. And now it's Barcelona's ball again with Frankie de Jong now driving the ball through the midfield. Long pass to Kunde. Kunde pass into the space for Lamine Yamal to make a run, but Real Oviedo defender gets there first, who passes to his goalkeeper. His goalkeeper back to the same player. And now it's Real Oviedo who are trying to build from the back. They make a long, horrible pass that ends up landing to Pau Cubarsí, who gives it to Casado. Let's see, Frankie de Jong now with the ball to Eric. Eric opens it up to the left to Alejandro Balde. Balde cuts into the middle to Casado. Casado to Frankie again. Andrew says, "Mo, good quality content right now. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Let's see, Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal with the ball now. Lamine Yamal trying to get into the box. He gets rid of his defender. He's in the box, but he loses the ball. It lands to Casado, who passes it back to Frankie. And now it's to false Eddie Garcia in the midfield, who gives it to Balde. Balde with the ball now. Balde driving the ball. Balde gets rid of two guys. Balde. Balde loses the ball. The ball is loose in the box, and the Real Oviedo defender kicks the ball out to the corner kick because there was the Ferminator running towards that loose ball in the box looking for his goal. Wow. Great run by Balde, by the way. Edward says, "Y'all might want to call me a sexist pig, but when I mentioned that because of the two great Italian migrations to Argentina, that they were blessed among women, I was talking about women with, what's FLBPs? Maybe I'm getting old. Am I not keeping up with the slang? Danny Olmo with the ball. Danny Olmo took the corner kick, but it was right to the hands of the Real Oviedo goalkeeper, and now Real Oviedo trying to play the ball quick as Barcelona. Most player Barcelona were high up the field. Real Oviedo switched the ball out to the left, but there's Jules Koundé. Let's see. Oh, Hassan, who takes a shot, crosses the bow. Well, actually, it was a shot to the far post, but it was a bad shot. It ends up going out. Man, Real Oviedo really suck, bro. Now that I think, like every time they attack, they have good attacks. They have good attacks that catches off guard. But whenever they make it to the box, it's like their attackers. Their shots are so weak or off target. Like they're really really bad. No wonder they're 20th on the Liga table, but they're bad. Let's see. Marc Casado now clearing the ball. It gets headed by a Real Oviedo player out of bounds, and now it's going to be a throw for Barcelona. Hey. Sorry, I got bored a little bit. Let's see. Pauco Barcito, Eric Garcia. Garcia to Casado. Casado. Got a bad pass by Casado to Balde. And Balde ends up committing a foul, trying to get to that ball first. Oh, Marc Bernal is coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Marc Bernal is getting instructions from one of the assistant coaches. And it looks like Bernal will come in, most likely for Casado. Um, let's see. Yeah, because you could technically switch him out for Frankie, but Frankie's not gonna play the Champions League. Casado wins the ball, gives it to Olmo. Olmo to oh my god! Oh my god! Did you guys see that goal? Did you guys see that goal? Did you guys see that goal? I need to see the replay. I need to see the replay. Oh my God! What a goal by Lamine Yamal! What a goal by Lamine Yamal, ladies and gentlemen! I want to see the replay. I want to see that replay. Oh, oh, mamma mia! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I want to see the replay. Show me the replay, please. Show me the replay, please. Look at this goal. Casado to Olmo. Olmo puts in a great cross, and boom! That, wow. Wow. It's kind of like a scissor kick, kind of, but wow, what a goal. I mean, because Olmo puts in a cross into the box, but the cross is behind Lamine Yamal because Lamine Yamal is making a forward run into the box. So the ball is behind him, and Lamine Yamal is able to hit the brakes, jump in the air, and do a scissor kick, but not a full scissor kick because the ball is behind him. So he's kind of like a scissor kick on an angle to try to save that pass from Olmo because, again, that ball was behind him. I mean, this is better than an actual scissor kick, right? Because the scissor kick, the ball is right there, and you do the scissor kick. This ball is behind him. So he has to do a scissor kick by kicking a ball that's behind you. That's even more difficult than a regular scissor kick, which is already incredibly difficult. What a goal by Lamine Yamal, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe we just witnessed that. Ooh, when Barcelona almost scored a fourth one, but the Real Oviedo defender clears it. It ends up landing to Lamine, but Lamine is in the offside position. So, but wow, ladies and gentlemen, wow. What a goal by Lamine Yamal. What a goal. That was a good attack by Barca, by the way. Frankie, who filters it to Lamine. Lamine crosses it to Lewy, but the Real Oviedo defender gets to it first. It ends up bouncing off Frankie and landing to Lamine, but on that second play, Lamine was already offside. But wow, what a goal. What a goal. Barcelona 3, Real Oviedo 0. What a goal. By the way, Dani Olmo came off. So it looks like Hansi Flick is trying to rest Dani Olmo for the Champions League. Oh, Rooney Bardghji now. It looks like Rooney Bardghji will get some minutes. We see Rooney Bardghji taking the training vest off, but or the substitution vest. No, that is the training vest off because you put it on when you gotta warm up. But anyways, while we were celebrating Lamine Yamal's goal, Dani Olmo came off. Marc Bernal came on. That's good. I like that because Dani Olmo needs to rest so he can be fresh for the Champions League match midway through the week against FC Copenhagen. And it's good because also Marc Bernal will get some minutes. We just saw Rudy Bardghji taking off that warm-up vest, which means that most likely it's going to be Lamine Yamal coming off, which is also good because, hey, he scored his goal. Now he needs to rest for the Champions League match, and Rooney Bardghji can get some minutes. But whew, what a goal by Lamine, ladies and gentlemen. What a goal. How tall is Marc Bernal? Oh, my God, man. Whenever that guy's on the field, he looks like a freaking giant. He looks like a statue. I don't know if the Barcelona players are short, and that's why Bernal looks very, very tall, or he's just very, very tall, period. But Bernal always looks huge on the field. Let's see. And everybody's enjoying and celebrating Lamine Yamal's goal in the chat section. Mike says, "Oh my God, goal the way Yamal." Billy says, "Wow, are you kidding me? Wow." Andrew says, "Our number 10 shines." Oh, hold on. Lamine Yamal now gives it to Fermin. Fermin floats it into the box, but it's cleared by the defense. CNT Pavani says, "Wow." Babe says, "What a goal from Yamal." Billy Mack with the scissor emojis. Tito Sosa says Lamine's one goal beats all of Mbappe's goal this season. I mean, you're not kidding, man. All of Mbappe's goals this season are penalties, so it's really tough to be, to have a to be anyone as far as quality goals when all your goals are penalties. Andrew says Yamal definitely building momentum for the Champions League game. Amen, my friend. And now the ball goes out. I think this is when substitution is coming in. I'm guessing Lamine is gonna come out and Bruni in. Yep, confirmed. Lamine Yamal out. Rooney Bardghji in. Lamine Yamal gets to rest, I guess, before the Champions League match after scoring a brilliant goal against Real Oviedo. A scissor kick, a difficult scissor kick, kicking a ball that was behind him. He even has to take 2 steps back in order to get to that ball. But what a goal by Lamine. What a goal by Lamine. They're showing the replay right now. My God. But yes, Lamine Yamal out. Get some rest before the Champions League match. And then Rooney Bardghji, who will get some minutes. I think we could have done this substitution earlier, but hey, if we would have done that earlier, we obviously wouldn't have seen this brilliant goal by Lamine. But I mean it in the sense that, Lamine could have rested at the 60th minute. I mean, we were already up 2-0. And, we do have the Champions League match. But anyways. Oh, Alejandro Balde now. Alejandro Balde was attacking from the left, puts in a cross, but the ball goes nowhere. Still Barcelona's ball. Jules Koundé now with the ball. Opens it up to the right. To Rooney Bardghji. Bardghji touches the ball for the first time since coming in. He takes a cross, but it's deflected. And lands to Balde. Balde to Marc Bernal. Bernat to Kunde. Let's see. Edward says, "Do you think Barca plays so well when teams get in their faces and rough them up, shoulder them off the ball, kick them off after the ball's gone like Slavia Praga?" I don't know, man. I think Barcelona plays good when Flick chews them out, and it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Ooh, Fermin Lopez tried to filter a ball through Frankie, but the ball is a little bit too long. Frankie cannot control it, so it lands to the Real Oviedo goalkeeper. Blaurana X says, "I want to know, can you pinpoint Mike Bernal's improvements? I'm very curious." I mean, what exactly are you asking? Because it's not that Bernal is improving, he is gaining competitive rhythm. It's not that, oh, he's improving his passes or improving his shots. It's he was out for a whole year, and when you're out for a whole year, you're rusty when you come back. Hell, when you out for a few weeks, you come back and you're rusty. You're not in that competitive rhythm. You're not as sharp with your passes. You're not as sharp with your thinking, with your movements, with your reading of the play, with your reading of your teammates. And that sharpness is only regained by playing more and more minutes. So what Bernal is doing right now is regaining that sharpness after being out for a whole year. It's not that he used to suck at defending and now he's improving there, or he used to suck at pass. No, his improvements are coming in the form of him shaking that rust off, regaining his competitive rhythm, and regaining that sharpness that you get with playing matches. That's where the improvements of Marc Bernal is coming are coming from. Edward says, well, like every team, and Pape says Bernal is 6'3". Yeah, man. He looks like a giant on that field. My goodness. And it's not just his height, too. He's like a pretty beefy guy. Like he's a muscular guy. Like he's a big dude, man. He's a big dude. Eddie Garcia cross into the box. Fermin Lopez has it. Fermin Lopez takes on a defender. Fermin Lopez crosses it, but Real Oviedo is able to take. Lewandowski was taken down in the box. Referee says it's a goal kick. Oh no, it was Coarsi. Sorry, not Lewy. It was Coarsi. And Coarsi playing as a nine. So Coarsi wins the ball, and then the Real Oviedo player, who number nine, who was trying to clear, ends up kind of kicking Coarsi a little bit because he was about to kick the ball. Coarsi takes the ball away, so he ends up kicking the air, and I think makes a little bit of contact. Coarsi. I don't know if that's enough for penalty kick. I don't think it is, but man, it is pouring at the Camp Nou. They just showed the crowd, and the rain is just coming down like crazy. Looks like a freaking shower. More substitutions by Real Oviedo. By the way, this away kit of theirs looks like a copy paste of the Argentine kit, right? It's like their designer was like, I don't know, can't think of a kit. Fuck it, we're just gonna copy paste. Wait, is this their away kit or their home kit? I don't even know. It's like I don't know anything about Real Oviedo. But let me see. Mm, Andrew said, do you think that will fight more to be in the squad during the second half of the season? I mean, now with Pedri's injury, he has a chance of getting more minutes. Let me see. I'm gonna look up Real Oviedo home kit. Is this the home kit that they're wearing, or is this their away kit? Oh no, this is their away kit. Okay, their home kit is blue, I guess. Is it right? Yeah, it's like light blue and dark blue. But I swear their away kit is like it's just a ripoff of the Argentinian kit. Mm, nice. Oviedistas. Yeah, their home kit is blue, like darker blue. Huh. Interesting. Let's see. All right. Now we got Kunde dropping the ball. Kunde puts in a pass into the space for Fermin, but the pass is too long. Oh, and the referee said that the ball had actually gone out. So it's going to be a throw in. Let's see. I don't know. Was it a free kick? How did he rule? No idea. But anyways, Alejandro Balde now has the ball, almost lost it in a dangerous area. Oh, lost it now, but Marcos Lo is able to recover the ball. Casado, who gives it to Pau Cuarci. Cuarci to Lewy. Lewy puts in a first touch pass to Rudy Baradarji, but the ball is intercepted by Real Oviedo, who now send the long pass into their attacker. Their attacker now is by himself in the box. Careful, sends a cross to his teammate, but the cross is too far, and the ball goes all the way to the left where Alejandro Valdez there to win it. And now it's going to be a throw in for Barcelona. Andrew says, hoping all the fullbacks start showing more intensity and effort. I hope so too. I actually liked the minutes by Kunde and Balde during the second half. They came off the bench and no complaints. But again, it is Real Oviedo, so it's easy to shine against a team like Real Oviedo. I want to see Balde and Kunde, shining against all teams, stronger teams. Frankie Dion now has the ball. Frankie to Marc Bernal. Bernal to Kunde. Kunde opens it up to Baradarji. Baradarji back to Kunde. Kunde to Kubarsi. And now we're coming towards the end of the match, ladies and gentlemen. 85th minute. Let's see. Whew. There's a little bit of fight there for the ball, but referee rules it's a foul. It's going to be a Barcelona free kick. Foul on Jules Kunde, jewelry Kunde, bracelets and necklaces Kunde. They're showing John Laporta, the guy next to him. I have no idea who that is. Looks like he's wearing makeup though. Let's see. Eric Garcia, who's Babel. Long pass to Lewy. Lewy passes it back to Casado. To Bernal. Bernal, great pass to Casado. Casado, great pass to the Bardarji. Bardarji on the edge of the box. Puts in a cross, but it's cleared by the Oviedo defenders. Bernal wins the ball back. Bernal gives it to Balde. Balde to Bernal. Bernal now to Casado. Casado to Bardarji. Bardarji to Kunde. Kunde back to Kuwarsi. Looks like Barca now not in too much of a hurry to score a goal. Great pass by Eric to Frankie. Frankie, who dances around, gets rid of his defender. Frankie opens it up to Fermin on the left. Fermin to Balde. Now Coarci to Bernal. Bernal to the Ferminator. Ferminator gives it to Balde inside the box. Balde has the ball inside the box. Balde. Balde tries to cross it, but it's deflected on Real Oviedo defender. The ball goes out. It's going to be a corner kick for Barcelona. Man, what a goal by Lamine. What a goal by Coutinho, even though it was a terrible defensive mistake. But the way Coutinho chips the goalkeeper, just savage, man. Corner kick by Barcelona. Ooh. Eddie Garcia heads it. It bounces off another player and then ends up landing to the goalkeeper. Larana X says, hey, do you think Barcelona is going to be more considerate in the injuries of Pedri because this can be a problem? Actually, Pedri stayed healthy the whole season. He stayed all healthy all of last season. The fact that he got injured for a month now I'm sure, of course, I'm talking about serious injuries. It's actually not, I don't see it as a reason for alarm because, like I said, he's been staying healthy ever since Flick took over and they did that whole DNA testing. I don't know if you guys remember, I talked about it in a previous video, but they took a swab of his DNA, of his tissue. Sorry. They sent it to a lab in the US that did a full study of his makeup, muscle makeup, and all that, and how his muscles grow, how the muscles regenerate, how they heal, et cetera, et cetera. And based on that, they designed a special plan, a special diet and exercise plan, and it worked. He stayed healthy all of last season. He stayed healthy all of this season up until now. So I don't see it as a reason for alarm, but it looks like the stadium is emptying out because it's pouring crazy, man. It's like a total storm, and now all the fans are making their way into the tunnel because it's pouring like crazy. Wow, look at that. They're showing right now the dude, it's coming down. Dude, look at Laporta. Laporta's gangster, bro. He's just sitting there in the rain. He gives no crap. Dude, it is pouring like crazy. Yeah, the stadium is emptied out a lot. People are just like, fuck this. It's 3-0. There's a few seconds left. We're out of here. Andrew says, Mo, do you love traveling a lot? If so, what places do you still want to visit? The whole world, my friends. I want to visit the whole world. I want to be able to visit every single country in the world. So 3 added minutes as we have entered the 90th minute. Oh, it's now hailing. They're showing the pitch, and it's hail that's coming down. Ooh, that's a foul on Balde. So quick free kick. Lamine Lopez and Cazador just passing the ball back and forth. It looks like both teams are like, this is over. It's raining. It's hailing. It's cold. We don't care. See Paco Arcina with the ball. Tucunde. There's people who I guess wanted to leave, but then they changed their mind because they're just standing in the staircases of the stadium, but not really going into the tunnel, but not taking their seats either. Let's see. It's gonna be, what is it? What's the referee saying? Is it a foul? Yo, it's fucking pouring. This is crazy. They ruled there's a handball. So now Eddie Garcia. Oh, gives it to Valle. Valle to Bernal. Bernal to Casado. Casado to Lewy, whose pass gets intercepted and goes out. There's going to be a throw in for Real Oviedo as we enter the 92nd minute. So this is the last final minute of the match. That's going to end with a victory by Barcelona, and by Barcelona regaining the top of La Liga table after Real Madrid won against Villarreal yesterday. They momentarily took the first spot, but now Barcelona will be regaining that spot because, Real Madrid, they are the ultimate second place winners. They love collecting silver medals. They love silver. I mean, good time to invest in silver right now, honestly. Oh, shot by the Real Oviedo player that hits Juan Garcia in the chest. It's still Real Oviedo's ball. The ball is loose. And then Alejandro Valde there wins the ball. And Barcelona trying to mount an attack. This would be the last attack of the match. Fermin Lopez now in the middle of the field. Fermin Lopez opens it up to Rooney Bardagji. Rooney Bardagji gives it to Lewy. Lewy! Bro, Lewy, that was your chance, man. Lewy's been wanting his goal the whole match, and he missed his opportunity. Rooney Bardagji put a good pass to Lewy. Lewy took the shot, but the shot was blocked. And it's official. The match is over, ladies and gentlemen. It is Barcelona 3, Real Oviedo 0. Goals by Dani Olmo, Coutinho, and a golazo, aso by Lamine Yamal with that scissor kick to give Barcelona a very important victory, because yesterday Real Madrid won against Villarreal 2-0, 2 goals by Mbappe, second goal being by penalty, because of course that's the only way Real Madrid wins matches is through penalties. And because Real Madrid won, they took over the first spot of La Liga table momentarily. So Barcelona needed a victory today. They needed the 3 points to regain that spot to get back at the top of La Liga table. And well, that's exactly what has happened. Barcelona winning 3-0 against Real Oviedo, taking home this victory, taking home these three very important points, and now we're at the top of La Liga table where we belong. So great win by Barcelona. An incredibly bad first half where Barcelona were just playing with no intensity, making a lot of mistakes, losing the ball a lot, moving the ball very, very slowly. But thankfully, in the second half, as it's become customary, Hansi Flick must have done some tactical changes, must have given him some good speech. The team came out looking much better in the second half. Then there was some substitutions that also helped, and Barcelona were able to score those 3 goals. Of course, the first 2 goals were as a result of tactical mistakes by Real Oviedo, the defenders making really horrendous mistakes, but nonetheless, Barcelona were able to capitalize on those mistakes, score those 2 goals, and then, of course, the third golazo by Lamine Yamal with that scissor kick. And Barcelona not only take this victory home and regain the first spot of La Liga table, but they were also able to rotate their players, thinking of the Champions League match midweek against FC Copenhagen. We saw Kunde and Balde rested; they came off the bench. We saw, of course, Raphinha being substituted, Lamine Yamal being substituted, Dani Olmo being substituted. And that's, of course, very important because not only do you take home 3 points and regain the top of the Liga table, but your players will also be fresh for the midweek match against FC Copenhagen in the Champions League, where not only do we need a victory, but we also need to win by a big margin in order to guarantee going into being finishing top 8 on the table of the Champions League and being able to qualify to the round of 16 directly rather than having to play 2 playoff matches where not only do you risk losing and getting knocked out, but also that's 2 extra matches in a very, very busy and hectic calendar. So great day today. Again, horrible first half, but great day because we win, we get 3 points, we regain the top spot of La Liga table, and we rotate and rest our players ahead of the Champions League match. Let's do some comments and then we'll end the watch along. And then, of course, later on, I will be doing the post match live analysis and news videos. Since I didn't do any videos yesterday, I'll be making videos to update you on everything that happened yesterday and today so you could be all up to date in regards to the best, greatest club in the world, FC Barcelona. Let me see. Edward says, is that flood level rain? It looked like it, man. I mean, it was coming down like crazy. And Alan says, Madrid have learned weather manipulation now. Yeah, no shit. I mean, the manipulate referees might as well manipulate the weather too, right? Billy Mack says, Vamos Barça, Babos, Visca Barça. And Billy Mack says, raining cats and dogs again. Yeah, it was crazy when they showed those images. And then Andrew says, Barca gaining their spot back on the top where we belong. Amen, my friend. Amen. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will end the watch along. I know I started it late, but nonetheless, we got to do it. We got through it. And of course, it's always, always, always a pleasure to watch the matches with you guys, to read your comments, to share these moments with you. So thank you. Thank you for those who tuned in into the watch along. Thank you for those who commented in the chat section and kept me company during this victory. Again, I will be doing a post-match live analysis pretty shortly to analyze the match with more detail, and of course later on news videos. So stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, these cars.